Welcome, everyone. Today's sermon is called Entertainment in Our Christian Faith. We live in a culture of technology, a world where the iPhone is king, a world where every form of entertainment is at our fingertips. From the moment we wake up to when we fall asleep, we are engaged in some form of entertainment. From the news, social media, books, sports, podcasts, music, video games, TV shows, to theatrical blockbusters. As Maximus boldly stated in the movie Gladiator, are you not entertained? But do we ever ask ourselves how these forms of entertainment shape our lives, our children's lives? Where does our Christian faith fit in? We live in a world where our entertainment is dominated by a secular worldview. Our Christian values have been incrementally phased out to make room for more sinful content. The Bible states that Satan is given dominion of the earth, and it shows. But many are quick to blame God, but not his adversary. News stations lie and divide us. They brainwash and mold their viewers to their bias and political agenda. They pit the rich against the poor, women against men, and one ethnicity against another. They put us into groups like animals, and they condition us to be useful puppets in their propaganda machine. They blind us with hate to keep us from seeing the truth, tearing down our Christian values in the process. They have perverted the definitions of feminism and racism. The New Age feminist has evolved into an entitled man-hater, claiming masculinity is toxic. It's a world where Mr. Potato Head is offensive. Racism has been watered down to the point of simply disagreeing with someone with a different skin color, where an ad about choosing chocolate or vanilla ice cream can somehow be interpreted as racist. It's a world where if your opinion doesn't align with theirs, then you are the enemy. Luke 6:27-28 reads, "But to you who are listening, I say, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you." Our books and television shows are filled with violence, drugs, offensive language, and sexual perversion. Books with detailed illustrations on how to perform homosexual acts sit on the shelves of our elementary schools, while books about Christianity are fleeing by the day. Entertainment giants masquerade as friends of diversity only to secretly divide us. They teach group thought, eliminating the free-thinking individual. They confuse our children, teaching that gender is a social construct, when science and the Bible both agree that there's only male and female. Genesis 1:27 says, God created man in his own image, in the image of God. He created him. Male and female, he created them. These children are our future, innocent and pure. They are precious gifts from God being poisoned by all kinds of evil. Luke 17:2 reads, "It is better for him if a millstone is hung around his neck and he is thrown into the sea, than that he may cause one of these little ones to sin." Video games encourage violence and murder. You play in an open world, free to kill anyone in any creative way you prefer. You earn rewards for carjacking and picking up prostitutes, by performing hit jobs and running drugs to buy luxury cars and bigger homes. You have fighting games where defeating your opponent rewards you with the opportunity to perform fatalities, where you gruesomely execute your opponent. Our youth are desensitized, making the horrors of the real world feel mundane. Is this really the standard our entertainment has devolved into? Our music industry is filled with filthy language, sexual perversion, drug abuse, greed, and flat-out blasphemy. They degrade women to sexual pieces of meat. Performers tear up Bibles and eat their pages, while others lay down on cross-shaped beds to perform sexual acts. They celebrate entertainers who dress up like Satan and perform blasphemous acts in front of millions of teenagers. But many applaud these sick people, justifying their sinfulness by calling it art. We love our sports. Millions of people cheer their favorite teams and athletes. But when our athletes credit their success to Jesus, their live feeds are cut off and blamed on technical difficulties. Headbands and t-shirts that have Jesus' name written on them are blurred out or removed completely. Biological men identifying as trans women are unfairly competing against women and dominating their sports. Social media, it's filled with prejudice and hate. Online bullies dictate the narrative, teaching that our teens that to be overly sensitive and play victim. Encouraged to run from their problems instead of confronting them. It's a place where anyone's opinion is stated as fact. Popularity is measured in likes and retweets. Narcissistic selfies litter the internet with no other purpose than to glorify one's own vanity. Ephesians 4:29 says, "Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such that is good for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear." Hollywood has been taken over by atheists. The Christian values are being replaced by secular views in the disguise of diversity. The Christian foundation of morality is being snuffed out by cancel culture, suppressing the voice of the righteous, forcing actors to silence their faith in Christ for fear of losing their jobs, resulting in biblical movies like Noah being rewritten and directed by confessed atheists. Where do we draw the line? When do we draw the line? When are we going to wake up and realize that Satan is the enemy? When are we going to start following Jesus in what the Bible teaches? To love one another and to turn away from sin, to see every person for how God intended, not by their gender, race, social or economic status, but by their character and as an image bearer of God. If you can't see where these sins are leading us, then you are truly lost. But I believe even in these most dire circumstances, God will find a way to intervene. We live in an entertainment world bound only by the limits of our imagination. So let's dream to be better. Let's learn to treat people with respect and promote the love of our Christian faith, regardless of our differences. Let's place the Bible as the rock of our foundation and move forward in Christ. Thanks so much for listening. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, may God bless you and may you find victory with Jesus.